of this.
Yeah, Rops kind of needs to get to that kit as well. That kit was near the short pillar. So Carrigan should be saying there's a kit there. If the bomb goes down, you might want to go that way just to grab that kit on the way. Guardian, however, he's planted it at the opposite default. So it's a good plant for connector, good plant for jungle.
Oh, you should hear this as well.
Yeah, you'll hear that drop. This should be an easy kill from him unless Rops jumps around this corner like a maniac.
The thing is, we see Rops do Rops things all the time. He's one of those players that you can never really count out in a lot of scenarios. But the fact is, the odds are stacked against him. There's not much time. He needs to be rapid about this, and he has no idea. He's cleared a couple of angles, but it won't matter. Guardian plays it so slow, so stealthily. Peeks around, one tap with the USP. FaZe Clan, they take the pistol.
It's such a smart play from Guardian, though, all things considered. He was that confident that Rops did not see him exit.
Yeah.
He ran towards jungle. Like, Rops cleared in mind, oh, he's planted here. That's good for A ramp, it's good for CT. He's probably at one of those two. I'll clear ramp. I can't clear CT, it's too late now. I have to stake, I look towards CT. Guardian has no way of losing that unless he somehow messes up the easiest shot there. Let's see how FaZe do with their Antico this time. This last map, not so great on the T side.
It was quite bold, and that's giving it like lightly, if you know what I mean.
That's kind of like painting it to be quite a courageous thing to do.
Yeah, it was more of just a ridiculous rush.
Yeah, it was just like, there's so many other options, right? Yet somehow that's the choice in that situation. Especially when you said it was, like, you could have aborted it. Like, Frozen got that one kill through smoke, you could have stopped there and gone, okay, we shouldn't go through this smoke. But this time, a lot more composed. By this time, last time, they had lost the round already. So it looks like they're just going to set up with the only one smoke they have, actually. Rain's the only one with it. So it can be pop flashes on a contact play. However, they are walking into Frozen's Deagle potentially here and Rob's. The one smoke being used towards jungle. So that will block off two of the players that can aid him.
Oh, damage done. Forces him out, but Rob still gets a kill from it at least before he's forced out of position and has to go down. Rain as well, taking a heavy beating. Ben, they're not going to get anything from this. They've literally hit a dam instantly to try and get in towards the bomb site. It's blocked off. The nade's going to go soaring through the air. Will blow Woxic out of the equation, but this is still going to be awkward. FaZe Clan, it depends on the next frag, really, of how this one is going to go. They're trying to dial it back on the tempo. Guardian looking for a pick. Carrigan so low. Exposes himself, and the headshot will come back through. It would have been manageable. But Frozen with a deagle. Can never really count him out. And he's actually going in close as well. Walking up towards Dark. Olofmeister, if he doesn't clear this, it will take one in the back to kill him. He does shoot him down to 13 HP. Chris will capitalize and eliminate him. They'll scavenge those weapons as well. The AK and Krieg both get picked up. And Mouse Sports, they equalize the situation instantly. And Ecos, they don't work out well for FaZe.
Apparently not. Seems to be a bit of a kryptonite of theirs. But the main thing there, the main MVP in my mind, was those flashes that kept them coming in towards opposite default, right? Frozen, Rops did perfectly well. He got that one kill, he got the information. That's the best you can ask for him. He's already with Molotov.
Oh, yeah.
Frozen, however, he sat default, gets a flash, peeks it, does damage. Another flash, peeks it, gets a kill. He then repositions Soa. He stays alive the whole round. And he was playing that A-site the whole time. Played it so well, and FaZe, they don't even invest fully back into this either. It's not like they can buy next round either, though. That's the thing. So I think this is them basically saying, we'll buy on the 5th round, probably, if we want AWPs in. Because Guardian, he won't have enough money to buy an AWP. They've got no loss bonus right now. It's technically, they'll get 1900.
Oh. Well, Woxic finds the first kill again. Frozen. Should have been able to win that fight, but Rain's Deagle, far too strong. The stopping power comes out from that 50 cal hand cannon and punishes its way through the first man. Rops, though, set up to have a field day here, Ben. They're entering one by one. But luckily, there is at least some kind of a fight. Oh, Nico as well had the angle on Woxic. Wanted to try and get the connection with the Deagle, but couldn't actually do it. It's just Rain that's left. Walking his way over towards the A site, but everyone is there, and they'll be waiting for him.
Yeah, shouldn't be able to do much. He's got no armor as well. And you can see that aim punch coming into effect as well. No chance of even getting a shot back, really. So 2-1 from Mouse Sports. Once again, though, it's just a case of, like, I kind of built up that anti-eco picture going into that round. And I praised it. It was a bit slower, a bit more methodical, but then it still wasn't quite. I don't know, it just felt like it was very separated, the whole play. So last time they did this sort of idea, they did win the round. 3 grenades are in play. There's a smoke. So this is going to be the Astralis mid-window stack of grenades, I think, because Woxic did peak last round. He got the opening kill, didn't he? There's going to be 2 players in the window. This could be crazy good. If they get past all the fire, Woxic might take some damage. Not quite enough, though. They all land left-hand side.
2 of them land left-hand side, 1 of them actually missed as well. That's rough. That could have been way better for them. Instead, now it's just the firing squad that's going to peek out a mid, clean up, not let anyone get away with anything too wild. Rops is the only one that goes down. Mousesport's already off to a pretty hot start here as they get 3 rounds off the back of losing the pistol.
Yeah, from FaZe's side of things, I guess your minimum expectation from that round is probably to get a single kill, right? The nade stack in the window, you see what goes from there. They didn't get the nade stack kill, but they got a kill somewhere else, so they're probably just thinking that's fine. We damaged probably $3,500 minimum worth investment there. So Guardian gets that AWP out. Olaf, the contact player. Bram Brops is going to be the only man here. Ooh, doesn't even get a kill. A lot of damage, but that's no good when you're the solo man there. You're kind of tasked with getting at least 1 kill, at the very least.
Frozen going up the steps, climbing his way higher towards success. Karrigan as well, just waiting back towards CT. The nades are going to be thrown across. Olofmeister is so low. But there is a mass rotation going on. Rain with a huge flank back around. He's going to get over towards short, so it doesn't really matter. They're actually finding these picks. Even if it gets into a scenario here, he should be able to deny them at the end. Gonna jump on the bomb to try and waste the clock, but here comes Rain. He arrives in the nick of time. Neo as well comes back out onto Woxic. It could have been rough. There was a second there where it looked like Mousesports might have actually found their kryptonite, but falls back into favor. FaZe Clan, they work out well. The rotation from Rain pays off.
Yeah, from the corner of Frozen screen, he killed that player at A ramp. You just saw Neo go swinging out of Palace. Full Tarzan mode. But lands pretty much right next to Woxic, takes him down through the smoke. Mousesports actually go for a tactical as well, so I guess this is more to do with the money, all things considered, right? You've got Christian and Karrigan, both 7,000. Rops can't really afford his own rifle here, but you kind of need him on a rifle, especially if he's playing that anchor role.
Yeah.
Like, he had one last round, he didn't quite do enough. There was a lot of damage, but as I said, like, if you're the only player there, you either need to get 1 kill and a lot of damage, minimum, or you need to play retake. He did neither. Which meant we had a situation like that where, imagine if he'd already got 1 of the kills going into that round. Like, that retake would have been a lot better. So the buy will come through. There's an M4 on the floor there. I imagine Karrigan... Is that MP7? To be fair, MP7 has been one of the weapons Karrigan and Christa used quite a bit, thinking about it. Christa was always the one that bought it, like, out of left field. He was the only one that always did it.
It would come out quite actively. More so over the MP5. Chris, though, through the smoke with his thermal vision turned on, finds Neo. Gets that shot off. 2 men skulking their way through the underpass as well. Going to be halted in their tracks by the fire that's ahead of them. So already a good bit of delayed tactics coming through. Chris J looking to actually get these picks as he sits up on the elevated spot.
Yeah, you can see none of those players were advancing there.
Yeah. Holding
quite strong here. He's on the brink of, like, it's very close to having the shadow be revealed. Well, sure, he's not actually going for this peak.
Oh, Chris, the wild man.
The Flying Dutchman.
Yeah, he's back. Apparently, he's trying it once again, but it doesn't work out too well for him whatsoever. Goes down. And they're just making noise outside of B now. You've got 2 players grouped up as towards A ramp. This Guardian's going to be repositioning slowly. Nico tiptoes his way up. It looks like they are setting their gaze to try and make a last-minute play towards the A site. That's Rops and Frozen's domain. Frozen not rotating off just yet. But if they go to try and sell the idea of this being a B play first, they might want to draw that rotate. Here comes the early influence towards A, though. The smoke's coming through, the utility going in. They're trying to catch off the B player on the rotate, but they found the frags over at A. The bomb's actually going back towards B as well. But Guardian, oh no, Woxic actually still there in position. Finds the first shot across the wall. Almost gets the second as well to save the day.
Surely you can't get into this site, kill him, and get the bomb down at that time. It would have been quite tight anyway, just on the bomb itself. Yeah. It would have been very close.
He would have arrived there with literally like a second to plant it, even if they got the kills.
Yeah, and the rotates would have been there in time as well.
That was rough. They left themselves not much time at all to play with. Woxic as well, with the hero plays coming through, gets the first and the flick off onto the second.
That's such an annoying kill to actually be against you if you're Rain as well, because you're just sat there thinking, just like, how have I not killed him? Just like, how has this happened? On the basis of things, that's actually a play that FaZe have run quite a bit in the past, where they send Guardian in to be doing the fake. Just because if you see Guardian there, the AWPer for the team, you're thinking it's probably not a fake.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh.
Vintage.
They're just all giving it to Chris right now.
He's going to jump straight into Underpass any second now.
Flies out into under, gets 2 more kills.
He's thinking about it, isn't he?
He's a bit agitated. He's deciding whether or not he wants to go for it.
Oh, through the wall.
Tag across as well. They now show they're there. Flashbang's going to go through, meaning they'll get startled and run straight into the crosshair of Frozen. That's another kill going out for the Mousesport side. Shouldn't be long before Olofmeister falls. And there you have it, with Mousesports really racking up these rounds now, Ben.
And FaZe go for a timeout as well. So I'm kind of interested about the timeout situation there. So just on the basis of things, it's a case of the only difference you have between a timeout and then just doing the old existence timeout is that the coach can talk, right? So obviously Yanko on the side of things for FaZe, he probably is thinking to get as involved as possible because the freeze time isn't quite long enough to do that. But otherwise, you could just, I don't know, you could have just a notepad written down of what you want to say anyway. And then you could just, I don't know what the rules are with that sort of
how
stuff.
much communication you can actually have,
like if you were to have a piece of paper and just write down what you want to say, and then just give it to him on the freeze time, or like extended bits, and then you just say some of the other stuff, right? I don't know what the ruling would be. Because there's the classic thing with Warden pointing at the screen, wasn't there? Which that technically isn't allowed.
That's kind of bad.
Because that's during the round, fully. But if it were to be a piece of paper during the round when you're not doing anything, I don't know. Bit of a weird one.
Well, let's find out how this is going to go with a fast-paced play coming out from FaZe Clan. They're trying to hit him with the ferocity, but it doesn't work out well, though. Everyone has just been gunned down, Ben, only leaving it on Guardian and Olofmeister. They might have sight control, but they're really going to need to hit their shots to make this one work. Olofmeister adds another kill to his tally. Guardian as well. If he just stays focused here and holds down the angle, he should get that kill. Luckily, is still able to overthrow Chris. It could have got a bit awkward. Both of them somewhat low. As Guardian and Olofmeister have taken somewhat of a hit. Olof on the peak, faces into Woxic. That's another kill coming through with the AWP.
Guardian saw him.
Guardian wasn't ready though.
Oh, that peak is so unreal. He knew he was there. It's just a case of Carrigan, as soon as he knows he's prone from more than one angle, I'll crouch into this one. Oh, that's such a difficult one to beat. But that very round started so well for FaZe in the sense Nico's got through connector, killed triple. There's only one A player left. But then they've kind of gone before the smokes are down, before anything's down. Nico dies from the side. It just all goes away in a matter of seconds, right? Like, these advantages they find, they just disappear way too quickly. Oh, this could be bad news.
Ooh.
Oh no, the new AUG.
Yeah.
Unzoom AUG.
Doesn't work out well, just rapidly firing away with it. However, though, the utility damage was lovely to at least knock everyone down fairly low to kick this one off.
That smoke's only got the gap on the top left angle for Woxic there. However, I suppose he does guarantee that there's nothing inside connector. Oh. Guardian, unfortunately, walking through the smoke there. Oh, that gap's actually kind of cheeky. I don't think that was intended in the way he would have thrown the smoke initially. But that's another opener, though, for Woxic. He's been doing really well on this map.
Carrigan firing off the warning shots. They are waiting outside of the B site. Trying to get the control towards short as well as they push their way up. But 2 frags come through fast. Woxic as well, left down on 1 HP off the back of that confrontation. Here comes the push into B. Not much of a push, though, as Chris J instantly tries to slow things down. Olofmeister gets a trade back. Couple of taps coming through. Everyone was actually quite low at that point. Could have been more damage coming through from Chris if he carried on getting those taps out, but Olofmeister unfortunately falling short at the end there, does go down. It's another round picked up for Mousesports, though, as they give themselves 7 to play with.
You could kind of see Carrigan, like, he saw what happened to Chris J when on that same angle. He's like, okay, he's tagged me once.
Yeah.
I'm probably next in line here. But it's just a certain way, when the P250 is working, you can tell when somebody else has it in their hand. Just because, like, that third bullet, I think it is, that hits the head and then they hit the 4th shot on the body, and you're basically dead immediately. And Carrigan, with all that experience, kind of understood, yeah, it's not worth giving him just a chance.
Yeah, not going to peek into it.
FaZe, though, again, going down quite heavily to start the game off again. It seems to be a common trend that I've noticed it happen very often. 7-2 down this time. It was 7-1, I believe, last map as well. But they usually recover. It was 9-6 last game when they were down.
A minute and 15 on the clock. The boost is going to go up from mid-window. Rain able to get himself into a better position. However, Woxic is there. And timing, again, is going to be everything. Who's got the better watch? Oh, Woxic! The shot just left. Misses them. Leaves them so open now. As FaZe, they've got 2 picks off the back of that. Neo is low, but he's still alive. That's the bigger picture. They can make their play over towards the A site if they want. The bomb is still waiting outside of B. They're not committed to anything just yet, and they don't need to.
Yeah, they're waiting for that next step, the risk move by one of these Mousesports players. Carrigan is typically the one that would make it, because Rops tends to sit on his site, Frozen usually anchors with him. So it looks like A is going to be the end call, but if Rops gets 2 kills, this attack gets completely destroyed. Oh, he's watched that angle for so long. He was sat there for a good 35 seconds just waiting for it. And the 1 second he turns and checks somewhere else.
Doesn't work out well. They've got the site as well. They can just flood across now. Olaf is going to be able to plant it, and that would be the save for Frozen and Carrigan. Both of them with AWPs, so I don't really want to run the risk of losing these. Just hunker down somewhere and protect yourselves.
So again, when it was 7-1 on Inferno, Mousesports hadn't really built much of an economy despite having that lead. Obviously being on the CT side, things do cost more anyway, the Molotov, the rifles themselves.
Yeah.
And it's a similar case now, although Woxic being the anomaly there. They're saving 2 AWPs as well, so he'll actually make the finances on the Mousesports side look a lot better than they actually are. FaZe on the other hand, there are 5 players still alive, so that's a great round from them, really. Finding kills across the board when they need them. Neo not falling as well when he was in connector kind of allowed for that bridge of just map control to be created along that A side of the map. So tactical time from Mousesports. So I guess they might want to talk about what actually happened in that round. So Woxic, you could argue his death was the most influential. Just because that jungle player, if you have control of mid-window into jungle, you cut off the map, right, completely down the middle. Him missing that shot by, what, 10 pixels. I mean, it was so
slightly
close.
Off the left.
Yeah, just so close. One of those ones where you probably do land that 9 times out of 10, like minimum. Kind of changed the way the round played out completely, because Rops, we saw the effect it had on him. He was sat default for like a minute, watching that one area, but because of the concern, could they walk up connector, could they walk jungle, he had to check somewhere else, and unfortunately, bad timing.
Yeah, it's the luck of the draw there. Well, at this point, FaZe Clan, maybe they're starting to mount a little bit of a comeback again. We've seen it happen a few times now, so it wouldn't be surprising. Round 11, as we delve back into it once more. Chris, looks like he wants to actually be quite aggressive here. He made the short jump, and he's just going straight up mid. Running up there, but 3 flashbangs hitting him right in the face is going to be enough to hold it back. 5 now as they keep adding to it.
Those are flashes from Rain as well, was the crazy thing. He was throwing them over T-spawn.
Yeah.
So while Stat was going down at mid, the A strat comes in. So A smokes with 3 more that they're playing. Really nice use of them. But this is a retake call, but you can see Mousesports. The grenades actually aren't that great. Right, we've got the 3 smokes available, a Molotov. He gets the bomber. That's beautiful. There's a light you line up with when you want to spam that area.
Oh.
He nearly spams Neo as well. And Frozen. Oh!
Neo's so low. He's on 50 HP. Woxic as well, getting a capitalization as he finds the frag back over on Neo. They're in a good position here. They should be able to mount this retake and get this round. The defensive FaZe Clan is going to be so awkward. Guardian, hard scoped in, waiting for the push across. If Chris overextends, he should find the frag, which he will. Wanting to double down as well. Smoke's going to block him off. It's fight or flight now. Does he want to push his way through and expose himself? It could be risky. He misses the shot as Rops is in the elevated angle. Frozen defusing. Nico with a one-tap. Tries to make it work. The spam across the wall as well. Nico! Oh my goodness.
That was reminiscent of Katowice 2018, I believe, against Order. The triple one-tap clutch we had from that area. Oh, just right in the snow. Carrigan was doing everything he could, just like, look at me, don't look at him, look at me. It kind of works out, I guess. They get the defuse, they live, and Nico does fall as well. It's a crazy situation.
Oh, it could have been beautiful as well. It's one of those where like so many chances of it being different.
Oh
Instead, they're just playing with the aggression bet. They're going for the fast-paced A attack. Oh, the FaZe Clan Killer Bees are on the swarm as they make their way in towards the site. Guardian scoped in, gets another frag back on towards Rops. It's a 2 versus 3 now. Smoke's going to go back down, blocking off towards jungle. They're trying to isolate the CTs, but still getting picked off. It's literally just NiKo on his lonesome. Those shots are close as well, barely missing him as he gets the bomb plant down. At least it's extra money.
They're all around him. It's a full triangle around him. There's no way he gets anything. Whilst NiKo is a fantastic player, if you've got him closed in from 3 separate angles like that, there's really not much you can do. But a really good play on the actual A-site defense there. I mean, Frozen, he had a really nice angle there. He sat in the fire and flames to fight all the way through that. Gets 2 kills, some damage. Rops does the same, just jumps up, gets another kill. He was a bit overzealous in the sense that I think he saw an AWP and he thought, I might be able to capitalize on this. He's an AWP, I might be able to outmaneuver him. An unneeded death, but you know, at the end of the day, it didn't really matter much. They still win the round. 9-3. mousesports, the money still isn't that great. It's being built slowly. It's not that great though. FaZe have another buy round available to them, but NiKo now has the AWP. So that's a bit of a interesting one on the T side. Both AWP is missing.
Okay.
Just for the spawn.
Yeah, trades it back, gives it to Guardian. Fair enough. Worth the risk of it actually working out there and giving him the early opener. Woxic's forced off as well as the flashbangs keep him in bay at mid.
Actually, we peeked there with a flash. A bit unneeded for the most part. No Wolf actually gets a pick towards Carrigan. So Carrigan usually, when there is something happening on the other side of the map, he will try and advance in that Biaps area. Unfortunately for him, Olaf is patient as ever. Just gets that kill for free. Question is, what can happen from this situation? Guardian just left mid. I think Frozen has any idea that Rain is in connector there. This could be a very bold stack from Frozen if he does decide to go to B and commit there. Because typically, Rain is used as a lurker for one side of the map, or for most of the phases defaults. So it's fake being sold, 1 player up ramp, 1 through jungle. Rops is in Palace, which is why it's awkward here. Because he's called for the rotate, or at least they have decided to rotate as well.
Oh, Frozen. Get himself up in the elevated angle. Pierce above, doesn't realise there was a man in the back line though, as he traded across with Rain. CTs are vastly outnumbered here. And both of the sites have been taken by FaZe that are now back in towards B as well. Surely this should just be the back off and hold on to the weapons. Chris is going to realise what's afoot here. And just hunker down, hold the off angle and hope if they push out of B, he can actually get a couple of exits at least.
Yeah, it's not a bad idea, although Neo is already scouting this area down just because Guardian initially was going to do it. He should get the kill on Neo here for free. Not quite. Not quite. Neo gets that kill and that kind of helps push their economy forward. CT side of things, I was just saying the economy hasn't really been built that much, but Carrigan has enough money that he's okay, he can drop 1. Woxic as well. You know, the money's not bad.
No, it's not horrific. They can still play around this, and obviously it's the fact again, it's looking like it's going to be a fairly close half. It's really just the side of, is FaZe Clan actually going to be able to get themselves a bit more of an advantage? 9-6 rather than, you know, we go through, it's like a 10-5 or even an 11-4 if mousesports are able to just be quite ridiculous about things. But finally there is a bit more spice coming into this. The double AWP setup again with Chris J being given the other one. Where's Chris actually going to take this? Let's see what he gets up to. Just holding from the back of the site, playing towards the ramp push in towards A. This could actually work out.
They didn't see him in Palace again. Like, he had the same sort of spawn. Chris being at CT when they're doing this play as well could be really good.
That's what I mean. This could be so perfect, but the miss already comes through. The Molotov there. No follow-up shot either, and he's caught out. Left hung out to dry. Rock's coming back around, needs to start tapping down, gets himself 2 kills. Woxic as well with a follow-up onto Rain. And things have quickly gotten out of hand. The rotation has to come back in for Olafmeister, sprinting his way through T-spawn. Meantime, Guardian's been blown to bits by the sniper rifle with Woxic. And it is all up to Olaf to try and save the day. A minute of time left to play with. bombs down behind enemy lines, and he's walking in, quaking in his boots, just with a Krieg in his hands. Spots out the first, but the flick wasn't fast enough. Woxic will decimate him, and another round goes through for Mouse Sports.
Yeah, Rops, that position in Palace, I kind of built up from the start of the round. Is kind of paramount to the way that player was going through. Imagine how it goes if Christian even gets the 1 kill on the way out there. It just makes it so much more one-sided, even then. I was kind of surprised Rops managed to get out there and get 2 even, though, as well, because it looks like he kind of fluffed his lines a bit on that first player, for a second at the very least. But it's still a decent buy for FaZe, so we are looking at potential 10-5 or an 11-4 here. Either way in favour of Mouse Sports. So not quite the same recovery we saw in Inferno from that first half deficit they created. But still some rounds on the board. So they're going to be re-executing those smokes towards mid. This is the first time Mouse Sports have actually fought mid as a 3 as well. In the previous rounds they've always kind of let it happen for the most part. Woxic just does what he wants there. Oh, Christian.
Ooh.
This isn't the first time we've seen him do this.
No, this might be the first time it actually works out for him, though. Before he didn't get contact. Somehow he wins that fight, he kills Nico, and Neo has to trade it with the Krieg. That is wild. He's been able to do so much damage already into this round. Mouse have got a huge advantage here. And the 3 Musketeers that remain for FaZe are really going to have themselves a hard task.
No.
Frozen! He pulls out his knife instead. They've named him. He's going to get blown to bits. Luckily, Rops uses this as an element of surprise to attack with, gets the double kill on both of them. And it is all up the Neo. 1 versus 3. A horrible spot to be left in here to decide whether or not this is going to be an 11-4 half in favor of Mouse, which, if happens, Ben, is going to be scary going into that second half. Neo spotting out the first man, drops the flashbang through the window and delves into the unknown. Krieg loaded, 20 seconds on the clock. Carrigan waiting around the corner, finds the first with a single tap. 1 bullet right between the eyes of Rops. Looks to try and kill Carrigan now as he needs to do so soon. Couldn't muster it up. Carrigan will smash him, and that is going to be another round going the way of Mouse. 11-4 at the half. Is it going to be the 2-0 for Mouse? We'll find out after this break. 11-4 is the scoreline. Mouse Sports towering ahead over the giants of FaZe Clan right now. Looking like the stronger side, Ben. If they can carry on playing how they did in the first half, God help FaZe Clan.
Just looking at like the tail of like a B-site player, look at Carrigan's score. 7 kills, 4 deaths. He's normally a player who gets quite involved as well. But like it shows whenever he went aggressive toward B-Apps, he managed to get out with his life as well, right? He was able to just be like, okay, maybe I shouldn't. Turn around, nothing to do with that. It's going to be the 2 smokes towards jungle and stairs, and nades with CT. Coincidentally, FaZe playing retake here as well, but it's going to be the walkout underpass. I wonder if it's going to be a boost in window or if it's just going to be straight up connector there. Because there hasn't been much movement from FaZe. There's 3 players in CT, but there's this player still on short here.
Olafmeister trying to snipe with a pistol. Can't actually get the first shot across, but at least he gets the information for his team. They rotate around. Chris J so low, but isn't going to die. Rox will be able to fight his way back through onto Rain. Guardian as well, taking a heavy hit, but still holding strong, supported by Neo. The T's have been able to plant the bomb. Moxic as well, holding close here. Should be able to find this frag. It's all messy, Ben. Everyone getting these whiffle shots off with their P shooters as they tag each other up. Finally, the kills start to come through, and everyone will hear that hit the deck even, as Frozen will find that shot back across onto Nico. And Mouse Sports get themselves the 12th round.
I would love to see how like impactful Rops has been on the T side when he gets given a P250. Because it feels like he gets like 2 kills minimum every
He does
time.
an awful lot, yeah.
And they're all always headshots as well. Like, it's kind of crazy to see that sort of development. So Mouse Sports win the pistol. So T-side has actually won pistol every half so far of this series. However, when FaZe have done it, they lost the anti-eco. When Mouse Sports have done it, they've won theirs. The question is, how will they decide to capitalize on their actual anti-eco front? How will they convert it?
How do they opt to actually play this one? Because they've been given a lot of map control towards mid. It's literally just being held by the free smokes right now. There's no one actually there. 4-player stack on A, 1 man towards B. But they are going for the gambled stack site.
Yeah, the question is this actually a read from FaZe from previous games? Or is it just a case of teams more than likely go towards the A site on anti-ecos, typically? I mean, FaZe did themselves as well.
Yep.
The question is, how will they actually approach this? 2 smokes come through. That will separate Nico. There's no flashes other than Olaf's one to be used there.
Oh, the nade's already doing a fair bit of damage to at least soften up the opposition before they barred their way in towards the site. Guardian as well, mounting the defense. Nico with a flick up from the Deagle. Does a good job of busting in the skull of Rops.
Neo's on the back side as well. Chris J's going to find him, surely.
Chris should spot that first. It depends on the timing, actually, as he's walking out. Neo knows. Surely, the flick comes across. He gets the dink off to at least try and slow this round down. They do have the bomb control. It's out just below Rain, and all 3 men are still coming through the ramp. They've lost one of the players that are defending towards the site. Depends on the timing if Guardian will actually get back over quickly enough. Nico realizes Woxic's angle, but Woxic gets the frag back on Rain. Nico finds the first, a tag onto the second as well. They are low. It just depends if they can get these shots off, but they're going to run out exposed towards jungle. They had 13 seconds left, so they had to make the play. And they peek out, expose themselves to Guardian, and they suffer the cost because of it.
It's pretty much the Guardian Nico show on Mirage so far, isn't it, really?
They've had the most impact by far.
Like, that was 3 kills from Guardian. A lot of damage as well. Nico, even though he was the player who was at jungle when the smokes came in, he was the first player of the A-side players to actually get a kill. It was kind of amusing that that was the case, but that is another round actually lost whilst trying to convert it on the anti-eco.
Wow.
That was very nearly a team attack right there.
Ooh, Carrigan as well. Just run straight out through the ramp, peers into the sunlight, and gets shot down by Rain. So at least FaZe have actually got a bit of a healthy defense going for them here. This time they're able to win that prior round and then move back on strong. Really keeping Mouse Sports in a awkward spot here as they try and play with that mid control they've currently got. That's everything they've been able to find. When they do get to the choke points though, FaZe will probably just be able to mow their way through them. We've seen that happening.
Yeah, shouldn't be able to get too much done here. Nico just been flashed actually on this angle.
Ooh. Ooh. Oh no, the timing didn't expect the close push to come through. Frozen getting the initial frag. Rops as well with a Deagle. Starts to really throw a spanner into the works. This could be awkward now. They can transfer their way across towards the bomb site. They've made a round out of absolutely nothing. The Guardian sets himself to try and stop that. Finds the 2K. Denies the potential round so far for Mouse Sports. Unless Woxic can go absolutely outrageous with this Deagle.
Yeah, shouldn't be able to get too much. The only player that's tagged is Guardian. And even then, you can see the effect of an actual aim punch there as well. Not the worst situation when it comes to damage that they have done there, Mouse Sports, but I think that was actually a force by them as well. So from that, I imagine it might be a situation where... Okay, so Rops actually bought Deagle. Everybody else, the money still isn't great, right? They'll get 2,400 for losing this next round.
Yeah.
There really isn't much you can rely on other than hoping that Rops gets an opening kill and you capitalize off of that. Which is what they're hoping for at mid here. Decent nade there.
Ooh.
Here's the Horde.
Yeah, everyone's just storming their way through Underpass. The nade should do a fair bit of damage. It's actually more just the upfront attack from the rifles that's doing the work, as everyone's getting picked to pieces. The only one that's not dead is Carrigan, who was luckily slightly further away from the action. Going to peek himself out towards top mid, just firing off those warning shots with the Glock. Grabs the Deagle. Barely missing on the initial shot. Gets goal off. He really wanted to try and offer himself as a potential sacrifice there. But FaZe do get the round and give themselves 7 to play with now. Finally actually starting to get a bit of momentum. But Mouse, they have the reinvestment. They've got the money to spend. As the AKs come back through, this is where we'll see if there is actually going to be a turning point, or if this is FaZe's CT half starting to actually get some traction.
So Guardian not quite able to actually get into an AWP buy into this round, so he's still using that rifle. He's been doing fine with the rifles this map as well, however, like 19 kills so far. Mid-aggression is the call, and Carrigan, oh my word.
What is he doing? He's already just behind enemy lines. Carrigan as well with a follow-up frag back on towards Nico. They've used the aggression against them, and it's worked out fabulously. They've been able to just overthrow everyone. Oh, Chris with the timing. Rain from the sandwich will meet Chris's makeup. Able to take him down there with the rifle and leaves them into the 2-man scenario. Just Guardian there beside him over at the B site. Seems like Guardian is going to be tested. They come running in towards him. They find the first frag. They've got site control. Mouse Sports are really ahead of the curve right now into this round. It's going to be hard for Rain to do too much at all.
Yeah, no kit despite having $5,000 in the bank either. Bit of a...
It's a bit of a blunder.
Yeah, it's quite a blunder. Should really have one. It lowers his chance of winning this round quite a lot as well, though. Like, even though it's only 5 seconds, that's an 1/8 of the bomb time. He's already wasted 20 just getting to this point. I can't imagine he goes for it. Although that kill, if he had a kit, it's very doable. And you can tell Carrigan knows that. He like ran back from shore. He was originally starting to hunt. But the damage Rain can do by just taking players out is actually crazy good.
Yeah, it's still going to have a pretty impactful affair on the round overall. It's just unfortunate there was more that potentially could have happened there for Rain. Still 4K for him into the round, but that round will go the way of Mouse, bringing their total tally up to 13 now. And it's starting to teeter on the edge as well. It's getting quite scary at this point because it's one of those where it won't take much for Mouse to actually really make this such a horrible comeback scenario for FaZe and leave them in such an awkward position.
Yeah, it looks like Rain, though, like, it was such a weird situation there, because Chris J was obviously right next to the player Rain killed in ramps, but he didn't seem to know where he got to whatsoever. Guardian does get the AWP out. He's already been pushed all the way back towards CT spawn now. So mid-control for Mouse Sports seems to be one of the key parts of the map for them. However, after taking control of it and forcing Guardian from mid-window all the way back, they decide to actually leave it, and then looks like B might be the full plan.
Making their move over towards the B site, everyone grouping up. They'll be facing off against Neo and Olof. They do have a nice amount of utility to play with at least. There is no Molotov, however, but they have got the double HE.
Oh my word.
Oh, Neo. He's bold about this. Flashbang clear by his teammates so he can advance his way through. The nade could do so much damage as well. It actually goes past him between the both of the groups. They're now allowed to just flood their way through. Olaf Meister's nade gets stuck on the lapel there of Carrigan and does so much splash damage against his team. The shot through the smoke as well is crisp and critical as they'll hit that shot back onto Frozen. And they're going right into the awaiting arms of Rain, who's just going to line them up. The easy taps on the first to eliminate Chris J. This is not going well at all. Guardian, with the miss, is able to redeem himself here finally, as he will get the shot back onto Rops. And Woxic is just a matter of time. Even if he can find these frags, surely he can't go on to win this round.
Shouldn't be possible. Olaf's got the backside closed off right there at the top of Underpass. 10 seconds. Technically speaking, he best call is actually just to stay alive. Like, he'll be able to get a smoke and a flash next round if he wants to go for it. But otherwise, best chance stay alive. Don't even give them the chance of actually building off anything. The noise from Rain sparked a bit of interest in Woxic right there. Tactical time it comes through from Mouse Sports though. So they can't really buy into this one. Money on the side of them is actually 3,700 at the highest, 1,950 lowest. You might be thinking some grenades, perhaps from Chris, Carrigan and Rops, and hope that Woxic can get things done with his AK actually in hand. Because Woxic has been the standing performer right there for them, 23 kills, primarily on that CT side though. But still, he has the rifle, he's got the armor. Oh, actually, ooh, here we go. So this is more like a second round buy going through. So AKs get dropped. Chris J will be the only one who has actually got money to do other things as well. So he's going for Kevlar Scout as well. So the utility is lacking so much on the side of Mouse Sports. They're relying just on the firepower.
Nade launched straight up towards top mid, trying to get that early connection across and towards Carrigan. He's lucky it doesn't hit him. He doesn't have any armor to play with here, just the Deagle. He is the distraction maker. Oh, that is prime as well. Just what he'd want. The exposed Nico gets the tag across to at least soften him up. Not off Meister. Waiting close around towards short. If he does actually expose himself here, Carrigan can get a nice little shot off. He is just pre-aiming towards the angle. Meanwhile, the rest of the squad are repositioning and heading their way over towards the B site slowly. They're smoked off right now. That's going to be Neo waiting for them outside. Olaf Masters kept busy by Carrigan. But as he jumps round, this is where the attack is going to be sparked, and everyone starts running in towards the bomb site. Neo goes down. Olaf has so much to do. Misses the nade. Luckily gets the Molotov off, but it's still going to be too little too late. And the tag on the escape as well brings him down to 30 HP, leaving him in quite a predicament. Rain is already making his move though, finds the first frag until Frozen can trade it. The kills are being equalized across the board, but Rops ready to run rampant. This man is a superstar, and he's just waiting for more opportunities to come his way. Olaf Master, finally off the back of the rotate. As Olaf arrives on the scene, looking to try and find the kill from the elevated angle. Spots out to where Frozen is, but can't quite do it. Olaf is going to go down, and Rops will get the frag.
Yeah, some nice movement on the site there from Rops, of course. He was the one that got the bomb down, planted it towards short. As soon as he could, he manoeuvred away from that area, got into that cubby. Swings, kills Nico in the window, stays there long enough. Clearly Frozen and him having very good synergy right there. Comms back and forth, making sure they don't overpeak, do anything too crazy. 14-8 though. Mouse Sports need 2 rounds to eliminate FaZe Clan from ESL One Cologne right here.
Which is wild.
On day 2.
Which is absolutely wild. The second day of the group stage, when you think about it, the fact they would be knocked out in the elimination best of 3, and they would be absolutely done for by Carrigan's new squad as well.
People point fingers a lot of the time with this FaZe lineup. So last map, Olaf and Neo were basically interchangeable in terms of scoreline. Both of them had like 56 ADR. This map, you can see on the scoreboard, Neo, 5 kills, 17 deaths. Not quite able to get it done whatsoever. Right, he didn't even get a kill on that beer pushed right there. He did like 90 damage. But again, as I've said many times, as an anchor, you need to get that 1 kill and damage. Like that's what you need to do.
Ooh, well, it's not going to start off well at all for Neo into this round, as he's already brought down to just 50 HP. Make that 24 actually, as he is strikingly low. Meanwhile, over at the barn of A, they're just bursting their way through. Rain still trying to be the main defense point of the site and keep it as their territory. Buckles under the pressure, goes down. FaZe have 2 men remaining. It's just Neo and Olaf, and it's not a good position for the both of them.
Yeah, a bit of an awkward situation if you're Neo. He is already quite low. Well, they should have the Glock and Rocks.
Oh, with the Glock as well. That's rough. It feels like he should have won that every time, and then Woxic just turns on him with a Glock. Although
It's not been his game, has it?
It's really not. Olafmeister as well, spotted out. Woxic will get that kill. It's 15-8. This is literally the I mean, this is the final round. This is the one that we're going into where most likely if Mouse Sports win this, it is going to be over. They'll take the series 2-0. They'll walk out of here with the victory in an elimination best of 3 as well. Literally what Carrigan wanted. It seems like it's going to be the way to go here at Cologne, Ben.
Yeah, not looking good for them whatsoever. The buy is atrocious across the board. You've got no rifles in play. You've got scout, pistols. And Mouse Sports, they've done some smokes from spawn towards B. They're actually faking this B play with just Christian most likely going in. Same way that Woxic did last round. He just kind of kept probing in and out, trying to see if he could get anything going. FaZe again have 3 players in that site. But I think this is more of a double strat. So this is what they did last round, obviously. And they sent players into A.
Oh, no. Neo runs straight into them, just absolutely destroyed there as Carrigan finds the entry. Chris as well with a follow-up. Nico from the Deagle will only be able to sideline down 1 man on Chris J. That's all we could muster up before everyone has been whitewashed out. You have got Guardian on a scoped gun, though. It might not be the AWP that he's also powerful with, but at least it's still a scout to give him some kind of opportunity. Rain as well, trading these kills as he pushes in towards the site. He's able to find 2, but it's not enough. They will clean up, they will clean house, and they will send home FaZe Clan. Mouse Sports, they find the victory 16-8 on the second. Map of Mirage. They 2-0 the series, winning both Inferno and Mirage here, Ben. Secure themselves a nice victory there.